Hi again, Robert. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add images to your galleries. I noticed you've uploaded some images for the Lolly Shop recently, so I'm going to use those images to create a new gallery and add it to your galleries page. So the image is usually quite large. So the first task is to resize them. I've already done two of these images. So simply image size, and if you make the longest side 1200 pixels, that should look good on your website. If it was a portrait image, then you would obviously make that 1200 and that would become 900. So 1200 is the longest size. And then we'll save it, file, save for web. When you're saving it as a JPEG, try to make it as small as you can whilst maintaining some quality. So I set this to maybe 60, and that's 200 kilobytes. Now, the reason that's important is it helps the loading speed of your page. When you've got a hell of a lot of images loading into that galleries page, it's good to have it as small as possible without affecting quality. So we'll save that and we'll call it image 2. And they're the other two that I did a bit earlier. So now if we go over to the back end of your website, again we'll start from the dashboard. So for the galleries, they're called Envira Gallery, and if you click on that link there, you'll see all the galleries, which are effectively all your different clients' images. So we click on this Add New button here, and it's set so that all the settings are set up by default, so you don't have to change any of the settings. Just add a title, so if we call this Lolly Shop, and then select the files from your computer. There we are, select those, and then these will be brought into the gallery. Now, if you were doing a lot of galleries all at once, there is another method of adding images. I'll just show you that briefly. This section here, Media Library, it's asking me if I want to leave the page, so I'm just going to save a draft so we can come back to that. The Media Library here contains all the images that have been uploaded to your website. So if something's already been uploaded and you just want to use it again, you'll find it here. As you can see, there's a lot of images because this is an image-heavy website. It's got a gallery. But if you wanted to add some new images, you can select them from here, and you could just go to a folder where you've maybe got a lot of images. And you could select all of them and bring them in. I'm not going to do it this time, but what that would do is it would bring them all into this library, all in one go, and then you wouldn't have to keep uploading them. You can just do it in one go. That's the advantage of using the library. But just to go back to the gallery, there's our Lolly Shop gallery that we were working on. I'll just go back to that. And what we just need to do now is edit these, because what we want to do is add a title, and then if we copy that and then paste it into the caption and paste it into the alt text. Alt text is important because it's a accessibility feature for people who don't always have images turned on, so it just tells people what they're looking at. If they're, for example, a partially sighted person may just want the alt text read out, but it's just an important accessibility feature, and it's good practice to do it, and I think it boosts your search engine ranking as well. So we can just click backwards and forwards through these images here, and adding the title, the caption, and the alt text. And then we save metadata. We can close that box. And now that we've done that, as I say, all these settings in here should already be set for you. And you can click on the green Publish button. So that's the first stage in adding the gallery to your gallery page. You won't see anything on the front end yet because we have another step to take. We go to Albums, and here I've created there's 3 albums here. There's one for your case studies page, and there's one for signage and one for vehicles. So as this is signage, we'll click on this album here. And now this shows, you'll see it's a bit more familiar because these are all your albums. As I say, it looks familiar. It looks a bit like the front end. So available galleries, it says down here. This is, you can just drag and drop these galleries into your album. So this is the one we created earlier, Lolly Shop. We'll drag that in there, and now it will appear part of the signage gallery. But it's not in the right place. We want them to be roughly alphabetical. So K, L, L, I think it goes about here. So it's just a matter of dragging it into the right place. I think that's the right place. And when we've done that, we update. And now it's time to go and look on the front end and see what that looks like. So we'll go to the gallery and we'll look on the signage section and scroll down, and there we have our gallery. But what you'll notice is the caption is missing. So we need to do some remedial work. The little gallery itself is working fine, but as I say, there's a caption missing. So to fix that, we'll go back to the album section, go back to the appropriate album, and then I believe, as I remember, I'm in the wrong album. So let's go back again. It should be in signage, and there's the Lolly Shop. I'm going to click on Edit, and you can see here the caption is missing. Now this is the caption for the gallery within the album, and it's not the caption for the gallery images themselves. Sounds a bit confusing, but hopefully it makes sense. And now we're just scrolling through the different galleries, or we're jumping through the different galleries within this particular album. Now that I've done that, and when I save it, what we should see is the caption appearing in the front end. Don't worry that the image is missing there, that's just a little software glitch. Click on Update, and you can see the image has appeared again. Then we look on the front end, look at the gallery, look under signage, and hopefully, there we are, Lolly Shop has now got its caption and it's in its right place, and it's all displaying nicely. So that's how you add a gallery. You can apply that to, as I did, you can create a little album if you wanted to have the same thing here on the case study page. And that's that.